Thanks for staying on. Now, a principal medical officer at the University of Ghana Health Services at the Kolebu Teaching Hospital, Dr. Emmanuel says there's the need for authorities to equip hospitals in Ghana's prisons to help deliver quality service to inmates. He says some inmates are thrown into jail because medical examinations are not conducted on them before they are locked up. He was speaking at the Justice for All program at the Akuse prison where 4 inmates were discharged.
Doc, how would you describe the infirmary system generally in our prisons?
If you take all the security services, Ghana Armed Forces has a well-established health system. The prison service has. But Ghana prisons as yet doesn't actually have a health service system. An attempt was made in the 90s and 2000s to have the prison service have, I'm aware of, system, and I knew that they were also using at a certain time the Ghana Police Hospital. So what they now have is that they have infirmaries which are manned by nurses. The prison service doesn't have a medical officer at the level required for the kind of case, because what would have happened was that if there's they have a medical system, and I know they are working on that, because I've had some discussion with the DG for the prison service, and I know they're in the process of doing that. If there were a medical officer, then legally any of the inmates that come in, as we do pre-employment or entry medical exam to workplaces, they would also do an entry medical exam. So where issues of your medical history, your family history, your social history will be taken. And therefore, some of these things can be picked as the person comes in. Now he has this problem or this challenge, and therefore some of them are that. So I think the basic issue is we need now to quickly upgrade, and I am aware that the DG of the prison service has already started a process whereby they will have their own thing. But the other thing I want to ask is that it's not enough for us to leave it to the prison service. We all know that because of the situation in which we are now, most of the government services and facilities are not enough or adequate. And so we have public-private partnership. So now I wish that, for example, with this prison, where they have infirmary, in the next year I talk to her, tells me they refer cases to Akuse General Hospital. Yeah. It should be possible that when new patients come in, whether within a week, within a month, then if it's possible, if there's a system put in place, since they are Ghanaians, are you getting me? And they qualified for rights to be properly treated, and we do that for everybody, and they vote, then even the prison service for now doesn't have its own medical officers. Then the Ghana Health Service under the district director should be able to get the doctors from Akuse, where they refer them. Then they can come and then screen them. Exactly. Maybe on a Saturday.
Exactly like what you did today. So when you went around today, did you find anything interesting about the health status of?
Well, still staying with the prisons, and public relations officer of the Ghana Prison Service says it should not be blamed for absence of 8 remand prisoners from the Akuse prisons. They were due for a hearing in a makeshift court at the prison premises on Friday, but the wardens there failed to account for them. The PRO of the prison service, Vitalis Aye, tells Joy News questions about the whereabouts of the prisoners should be directed at the police.
The prison didn't report an escape of remand. It means they can be missing. That between the courts and the police. Remand prisoners, quote and unquote, are the property of the police. Anytime they come for them, we give them to them, and we properly document where they have gone to. The policeman who has come for them, and probably the court is taking them to. So if they didn't find them that day, it probably meant that they were taken to another court before they came.
Do you have records to show exactly where all these 8 prisoners have been sent to?
Yes, we always have records of every remand prisoner that is leaving our prisons. But the court we are taking them to, we wouldn't know.
So when were these 8 prisoners taken out of your custody?
I wouldn't know.
To some politics now, and NDC constituency executives in the Wa East District want the district chief executive for the area dismissed for allegedly conniving with revenue collectors to embezzle 25,000 Ghana cedis belonging to the assembly. They accuse him of spending the assembly's common fund, hopping from one drinking bar to the other. This act, they say, brings his office into disrepute. Now, they have therefore given the president a week's ultimatum to remove the DCE or they will hit the streets. They made a call at a press conference at Bulenje in the Wa East District. Rafiq Salam joins us on the line with some more on this. Hello, Rafiq.
Hello.
Rafiq, good afternoon. Do the people have any proof that this DC has embezzled 25,000 cedis?
According to the executive, the entire executive of the NDC in the constituency, they stated that the 25,000 Ghana cedis were taken from the revenue of their assembly. You know, their assemblies are not in session, they are not working, and they are saying that he connived with some revenue collectors in the assembly to embezzle that amount of money.
Wow. So, has the DC reacted to this? Has he said anything so far about the allegations leveled against him?
I tried to speak to the DCE. He's not available at the moment, but he says that he's out of town. Once he gets to town, he will react to those issues at concern. But one other allegation that they have leveled against the DC, they are saying that he is choosing people who he's choosing members of the MPP and whatever he's doing, so they think that these are people who are leaking participants to them. According to them, even the driver, the president of the DC, even though he's a worker of the assembly, is a member of the MPP, and so they are thinking that the DC is doing the bidding of the MPP. And so other allegations that they have leveled against the DC. One has to do with his relationship with the people. They are saying that since he became the DCE, he has not done any tour of the system to meet opinion or choose traditional rulers in the constitution. And this is what they are talking about. And then the DC is saying that he will respond to them appropriately.
Wow. Rafiq Salam, thank you very much. We'll keep our tabs on this and bring viewers up to speed with any developments in that regard. Now, residents and motorists at Amasamai in the Gan West district of the Greater Accra region are appealing to authorities to upgrade road networks in the area. According to them, the deplorable nature of the roads is affecting economic and social activities in the area. Rosalind Sewapon visited the area and filed this report.
Although Amasamang is the capital of the Gan West district, residents say the poor road network does not depict the supposed capital. Apart from this stretch of the road, which is tarred, the remaining portions have gaping potholes, making it difficult for vehicular movement. Residents say the bad nature of the road is negatively impacting their lives and businesses. It's a Sunday, and the state of the road presents a business opportunity for these children, as they fill the gaping holes with sand in return for tokens of appreciation. Some drivers who spoke to the news team say they have to frequently replace spare parts on their vehicles.
So frustrating when coming home. As soon as you negotiate this curve, you begin to think about how to get home. And this has been the oldest, among the oldest districts in this Greater Accra. Ga district, and I think it has given birth to several districts. Ga West, Ga East all came out of this district. But the story about this district, I don't know whether there is actually somebody in control. Go from here down to 3 miles. You have to hustle your way through. And there's no sign, we are not seeing anything. Even just common grading, we are not seeing anything done.
As you can see, the road is so much in a deplorable state. And one of the challenges this road, or one of the problems this road in its state, this current state is giving us, is that traffic, it causes so much traffic because when vehicles get here, they will have to slow down. So if it has to take you, let's say, just from here to here, it should take you just about, let's say, 3 minutes. But sometimes you end up spending close to 20 minutes on this. And then when it rains there, it becomes mania.
The local GPRTU coordinator at Amasamai, Emmanuel Mensah, says drivers and residents will soon demonstrate if authorities fail to take action.
The challenges we're having here is the road. The road is bad in such a way that we're trying to even demonstrate.
Kate is a yam seller and complains the dusty road occasionally affects her business, as people are sometimes reluctant to buy her wares because of the dust.
To be honest, our road is in a deplorable state. The DC and MP are not doing anything about it. My business is sometimes affected because of the...
Rosalind Sewa Opong's report for Joy News.
Well, time now to check out the very latest in the world of business. Minister of Environment, Science and Technology, Mahama Ayariga, has charged the Center for Scientific Research to step up efforts to foster the expansion of technology usage in the economy. According to the minister, this will help reduce the high rates of trade imbalances mostly related to the importation of technology.
The minister noted Ghana's trade imbalances as a result of the massive consumption of foreign goods.
Many of the big economic problems that we are facing as a nation, sometimes you may not see the connection, but I can assure you that it is directly related to what you people are doing or not doing. Today we are complaining about a huge deficit. Balance of payment deficit. A lot of it relates to the importation of technology, basically. We are importing almost every technology. Food technology, housing technology, construction technology, anything.
Ghana's technology penetration, according to the CSIR, has recorded a growth of 60%, mainly due to the expansion of telecommunication networks. Meanwhile, Mahama Ayariga reveals emergency steps should be taken in the production and diffusion of local technology in the private sector. This, he assures, should not only facelift the relevance of the CSIR, but also help reduce trade deficits in Ghana, which till the last quarter of 2014 is about $675 million.
If we, those manning this post of the scientific community, do our job well, and we produce the technology and we diffuse it into the system and get it used and adapted, and people in the private sector take it and innovate on it, and constantly innovating and changing it and adapting it to the needs of the society, we will begin to cut down on the type of technologies that are imported. We cannot overnight start, importing the materials that are generated by space science, okay? But then there will be some basic things that we'll be able to generate ourselves. And so there's a direct relationship between what we are doing or not doing and the economic challenges that face us as a country.
The CSIR is the foremost national science and technology institute in Ghana, mandated to carry out scientific and technological research for national development.
Well, that'll be it for Business. Sports is next with Kwame Jumo Ajiman. Do stay on. Center for Scientific Research charged to step up technology usage in the economy. Well, these and many more came up in this hour. My name is Kwabna Chenchen. For more news, do log on to myjoyonline.com. Have a good afternoon.